Your credit score is stuck, and it's frustrating. You're doing everything right. Your score is sitting somewhere in the 600s, maybe even the low 700s. You never miss a payment. Your history is clean. You stay consistent. But no matter what you do, your score just doesn't move. It feels like you're putting in the effort, but getting no results. And here's the truth that most people never realize. The real problem is not your payment history, it's your credit utilization. And the worst part is, it's silently pulling your score down every single month without you even noticing it. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 4 powerful and proven strategies that can help you control your utilization the right way and push your credit score beyond 750 and even higher over time. One of these strategies is something that almost no one talks about, but it works incredibly fast. And another one is widely used by people who don't actually understand the risk behind it. So I'll break everything down in a simple and clear way, so you can avoid mistakes and start seeing real results. Let's start with the basics. If you're new to credit, you need to understand what utilization actually means. Credit utilization is simply the percentage of your available credit that you're currently using at any given time. For example, if you have a credit card with a $10,000 limit and you're using $3,000, your utilization on that card is 30%. Now that's just one card. Your overall utilization is calculated across all your cards combined. And this number is extremely important because it makes up around 30% of your total credit score. That makes it the second most powerful factor, right after your payment history. Now here's where things get interesting. There's a very common piece of advice that almost everyone has heard. Keep your utilization under 30%. And yes, technically that advice is not wrong. But if your goal is to reach a high-level credit score, like 750, 780, or even 800, then 30% is not your goal, it's your limit. People with the best credit scores don't stay at 30%. They usually stay between 1% to 6%, not zero, and definitely not 30%. That low single-digit range is where the real power is, because lenders want to see that you're using credit, but not depending on it. If your utilization is always 0%, you look inactive. If it's too high, you look risky. But when you stay in that 1% to 6% range, you look like a perfect borrower. That's where you gain the most points. Now, before we move into the strategies, there's one very important concept that you must understand. Your utilization is not based on what you owe right now. It's based on what gets reported to the credit bureaus. And that reporting happens on your statement closing date, not your payment due date. These are two completely different dates, and confusing them is exactly why most people stay stuck. If you lower your balance before your statement closes, that lower number is what gets reported. And that's how you control your utilization. Now let's get into the strategies. The first strategy is one of the most powerful long-term moves you can make, and most people completely overlook it. That is, shifting your spending from personal credit cards to business credit cards. Here's why this works so well. Most business credit cards do not report utilization to your personal credit profile. So even if you're using a large amount of credit on a business card, it doesn't affect your personal score the same way. That means your personal utilization stays low, your profile stays clean, and you look much stronger to lenders. On top of that, business cards often come with higher limits and more flexibility. And here's something important. You don't need a big company or years of business experience to get started. Even a small side hustle can qualify you for business credit. This makes it one of the smartest ways to protect your personal credit long term. Now, the second strategy is all about timing, and it's extremely powerful when used correctly. This strategy works with the cards you already have. The key idea is simple. You control what gets reported. Let's say you have 2 credit cards. One closes on the 15th, and the other closes on the 20th. Before the 15th, you pay down the first card so it reports a very low balance. Once it closes, that low utilization is locked in. Then before the second card closes, you adjust that one as well. This way, both cards report low utilization, even if you're still managing balances behind the scenes. Remember, lenders don't see your daily activity. They only see the snapshot from your statement closing date. So when you control that snapshot, you control how you appear on paper. The third strategy is for people carrying larger balances, and this is where things can really change. This is called debt consolidation. Credit card debt is considered revolving debt, and it heavily impacts your utilization. But personal loans are installment debt, and they affect your score differently. So what you can do is take a personal loan and use it to pay off your credit cards. Now your utilization drops close to zero because those cards are no longer carrying balances. Your score can increase significantly, sometimes even by 50 to 100 points. And at the same time, you're often getting a lower interest rate compared to credit cards. This means you're not just improving your score, you're also saving money and creating a clear path to becoming debt free. But there's something very important you need to understand. Debt consolidation is not the same as debt settlement. Debt settlement involves stopping payments, damaging your credit, and leaving negative marks for years. Debt consolidation is the smart approach, where you restructure your debt and continue paying responsibly. Never confuse the two. Now, the fourth strategy is more advanced, and it's not for everyone. This is called a bridge loan. It's mainly used by people who need fast results, especially when applying for business funding. A bridge loan temporarily clears your credit card balances, which lowers your utilization and boosts your score quickly. Once your score improves, you get approved for funding, and then you pay off the bridge loan. But this strategy comes with high fees and strict requirements, so it should only be used when the potential reward is much bigger than the cost. This is a strategic move, not something you use casually. Now, here's the honest truth. If your utilization is high, there's a chance that something else is also holding your score back. It could be late payments, collections, or too many inquiries. Fixing utilization is powerful, but it's just one part of the bigger picture. But once you understand how this system really works, you stop guessing and you start making smart moves. And those smart moves are what create real results. If you found this helpful and you want to learn how to take full control of your credit and your financial future, make sure you subscribe. Because on this channel, we don't just talk about credit cards, we show you how to use them the right way, step by step. This is Smart Card Europe, where smart credit decisions turn into real financial power.